Alright, enough with sadness. Time to read the next chapter for more sadness. Do or die. You often hear that phrase. In this series, it has its own set of meanings. There will be men that will die for their fellow comrades to carry forward. There will be men that will do the honor to pay the sacrifice of their fellow comrade. That's how Hishu unit rolls. The original meaning implies to them as well, because now they are at the breaking point that can change everything. This was the chapter that went from sorrowful fall to powerful rise to these spirits to take the victory home for their fallen friend. I was so glad that I have to wait for a good long week. I need to recover from the last wonderful yet tear-jerking chapter. As soon as I begin to read, bunch of men begin to cry for Shousa. And oh god, wait. I need a minute. Okay. God, this is torture. So this chapter resumed the tear-jerking, emotional ride with many other characters' reaction. I was sort of hoping for later at night so I can rest and get amped up for more blood, guts, and glory. But nope, horror just wants to tear us apart. There are many characters that react, with some that are highlighted due to their connection. Granted, everyone is connected, but some will react more heavily to the news. For instance, En's reaction is painful because he and Shousa were tasked to save men when it's easy and ignored the difficult one. It could have been 2 men survived the task, but instead, only En is the sole survivor. No one wants that, especially if it means to lose a brother. Bie's reaction is another one that was rough. This time, he was painfully denying his death because of who he is. I am reminded of his brother's death. Every time I look back, it still saddens me, including the volume edition. But eventually, BA gives in and breaks into tears. This seriously sucks. Guys from Hishu Unit Headquarters retrieved the news of Shousa's death. It was there I realized it's time to watch Ten react and curse me for predicting it right. I predicted that she would feel awful for being responsible for Shousa's life. I know it was Shousa's call in the end, but the task was granted towards him in the first place. She collapses, but recovered quickly because his sacrifice saved high amount of casualties, and she doesn't want that to go to waste. I admit, I almost thought that was a rushed job and almost out of character. I'm no sadist for wanting her to cry, but she is not that mentally strong. I need to stop doubting Hara. Ten was actually trying to resume her focus on the military strategy, but her mind of guilt is eating her. Eventually, she is overwhelmed and breaks down in tears. That's more like it. Now I feel crap. More of the story. Kingdom can make a death scene amazing as well as its aftermath. Chogayu has been located. After what happened, my blood boils for retribution. As Ten cries, this is the chance for Shin to end him. Sacrifice shall not go to waste. The first portion was filled with sadness and sorrow. The next one is filled with intensified hype for the grand revenge. Shin returns to the front line for the battle. Sadly, that includes the confirmation of the news. The net thought it was fake news. Oh, if only it was like today's world. Shin breaks the news and everyone moaned. So Sui is the only guy that reacted with anger. The man saw too much hell to cry. I absolutely love Shin's line for his men. I don't know how it will be said, but as it reads, I cried enough tears there for all of you. That hits me hard. No tears, fight forward. He's the true captain. Some time has passed seeing how Shin had his wounds treated. Kyokai has recovered from her hibernation, good enough to fight. Not only she can do more than Shin in his damaged state, but she practically wants to fight to avenge Shousa. Her words for him speaks volume. I love the fact Hishin Unit's front line is back up and running. That way, everyone will take a part of avenging Shousa. Shin looks to the heaven, wish for Shousa to watch over them. A heartwarming send-off. This got me supporting Shin 1000%. It's due to how emotionally investing these past chapters have been with these characters. This series knows how to hype you up. Back at Zhao's left wing, Gyo-on wakes up from his slumber. The man is a behemoth in size and aura. I gotta say, that's a pretty cool wardrobe he got there. You can tell this recent event is monumental when Gyo-on is actually concerned about Chogayu. They tend to keep their poker face as if nothing can faze them. Now, they're challenged by the unexpected turn that goes against their master's will. Banyo and Gyokoho unit are holding on well, but they are close to losing stamina completely. I'm surprised Banyo can withstand this long at his age, but anything for his beloved master. Give the old man a credit. It becomes clear that Chogayu's defeat will change the course of the war. Same can be said for Gyo-on, but it only needs one of the two to lose to change. Chogayu versus Shin. Now the game-changing battle with a high price. Winner takes all. Okay, not really, but it sounds incredibly hype, doesn't it? Speaking of hype, it's time to unleash some. There have been many clashes before, but this one felt the most intense so far. It's all or nothing, and Hishin unit is in some sort of awakening mode, multiplied with sheer willpower from their fallen friend. No more waiting, no more running, no more room for another day. It all ends here for Chogayu. Avenge Shousa! Chogayu army is overwhelmed by Hishin unit's thirst for blood. They're preparing to run once more, though Naki and his men are blocking paths in case he does run towards Bananji's army. It may cut short on Hishin unit's front line, but they'll deal with it. Everyone is going all in for the victory. I seriously hope no one else die here. Shousa was hard enough to endure. I don't want a repeat. It is hype enough that Shin is drawing near to avenge. It's intriguing to see where Chogayu is leaning towards before his likely demise. During the heated moment, he flashed back to the time when Rin Shoujo stand in front of him and Gyo-on in an ill state. He didn't mind. He wanted to talk to the two about a certain topic. Home. In present, Chogayu makes a gesture that he's not backing off, rather preparing to confront his decisive fate. This very well sets up for his inevitable death, with everything thrown at the table. The flashback will be interesting to see for many reasons. Technically, the next chapter has been leaked, but in case if you didn't see it, I won't spoil. This was an emotional chapter that turned into sheer hype. Shousa's death still hurts to this day. Hara has done a great job on capitalizing the sorrowful mood and rebound to high motivation to avenge. The artwork on certain scenes hit me hard, but thankfully, other scenes got me amped. Chogayu's death is set to end on a high note. Without spoiling, it's going to be really good. Clock is ticking. The end is near. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. About the next chapter's leak. It was shown during a video where Hara was finishing up the next chapter. I won't spoil, but let's just say it makes sense how it transitions to that scene. Rest assured, there's still a lot surprises for the next one, and I cannot wait to see how this guy goes down. What do you think of this chapter? Which reaction hits you the hardest? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.